I'm Emily Harper, a 32-year-old senior marketing analyst at Horizon Innovations, a sleek tech firm in downtown Seattle. For 3 years, I've poured my soul into this company, crafting campaigns, crunching data, and pulling all-nighters to meet impossible deadlines. My desk, cluttered with coffee mugs and post-it notes, is a testament to my hustle. But there's one thing I've been chasing harder than a perfect ad rollout: the marketing director position. It's the golden ticket. More responsibility, a corner office, and a chance to finally call the shots. Last Monday, the rumor hit the office like wildfire. Our current director, Mr. Grayson, was stepping down. The news came straight from a hushed conversation I overheard in the break room. My heart raced as I stirred my coffee, pretending not to eavesdrop. This was my shot. I'd been preparing for this moment, taking extra projects, mentoring interns, even attending those mind-numbing leadership seminars. I could already see my name on the door: Emily Harper, marketing director. But then there's Claire Montgomery. Claire, with her flawless bob and designer heels, is my co-worker and, if I'm honest, my rival. She's been at Horizon just as long as I have, and she's good, damn good. Her presentations are slick, her ideas are bold, and she has this infuriating knack for charming clients. We're civil, sure, but there's always been this unspoken tension, like two predators circling the same prey. I knew the second I heard about Grayson's exit that Claire would be gunning for the same promotion. That afternoon, our CEO, Ms. Vanessa Locke, called an emergency meeting. The conference room buzzed with nervous energy as the marketing team filed in. Claire sat across from me, her posture perfect, her smile just a touch too confident. Vanessa, sharp as ever in her tailored blazer, didn't waste time. "Grayson's leaving at the end of the month," she announced. "We'll be selecting a new marketing director from within the team. Over the next 2 weeks, we'll be watching your performance closely. Step up, and the role is yours." The room went silent, but I could feel Claire's eyes on me. Game on. The next morning, I came prepared. I'd spent the night refining a pitch for our biggest client, Zenith Tech, a campaign that could seal my promotion. It was bold. Interactive ads, a viral social media push, and a sleek new branding angle. I'd poured weeks into it, and today was my chance to present it to Vanessa and the senior team. I walked into the office with my laptop under my arm, adrenaline pumping. But something was off. My desk looked wrong. My USB drive, the one with my entire presentation, was missing. I tore through drawers, checked under papers, even crawled under the desk. Nothing. Panic clawed at my chest. I had a backup on my laptop, but it wasn't the final version. Some slides were incomplete, and the data wasn't fully polished. I glanced across the open plan office at Claire, who was typing away, her expression unreadable. Had she taken it? No, I couldn't prove it, but the timing was too perfect. With no time to dwell, I rushed to the meeting room. The senior team was already seated, and Vanessa's piercing gaze made my stomach twist. I stumbled through the setup, my slides looking half-baked compared to the version I'd lost. Halfway through, Claire raised her hand. "Emily, I love the concept, but the data here seems inconsistent. Did you double-check the ROI projections?" Her tone was sweet, but her eyes gleamed with something else. I froze. The projections were off because they were from the older draft. I mumbled a weak response, my face burning as Vanessa's frown deepened. After the meeting, I cornered Claire by the coffee machine. "Did you take my USB?" I asked, keeping my voice low. She raised an eyebrow, her lips curling into a faint smile. "Emily, I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you just misplaced it. Stress can make you sloppy." She walked away, leaving me fuming. I couldn't prove it, but I knew she'd done something. This wasn't just competition anymore, it was war. That night, I stayed late, determined to regain my edge. I reworked the Zenith pitch, making it sharper, bolder. But as I saved my files, I noticed something odd. My shared drive had been accessed by another user. The timestamp? 6:47 p.m. when I'd stepped out for a quick break. Claire's desk was empty by then, but I couldn't shake the feeling she was watching my every move. By the second week, the office was a pressure cooker. Everyone knew Claire and I were the frontrunners for the promotion, and the team was picking sides. My friend Sarah, a junior analyst, warned me that Claire had been cozying up to Vanessa, dropping by her office with casual updates on her projects. I wasn't about to let her outshine me. I decided to play her game. I scheduled a one-on-one with Vanessa and pitched a new idea. A cross-departmental initiative to boost Horizon's brand through community outreach. It was ambitious, and Vanessa loved it. "This is the kind of vision we need," she said, scribbling notes. For the first time in days, I felt like I was back in the race. But Claire wasn't done. On Wednesday, we were both assigned to lead a joint presentation for a potential client, Nova Solutions. It was a high-stakes deal, and Vanessa made it clear that our performance would weigh heavily in her decision. We divided the work. Claire handled the creative. I handled the analytics. I spent hours perfecting my section, triple-checking every number. The night before, Claire texted me. "Looks great, Emily. Let's nail this." I should have known better than to trust her. The next morning, disaster struck. During the presentation, Claire's slides were flawless, vibrant, engaging, and perfectly timed. But when my turn came, the data on the shared deck was wrong. Numbers I'd verified were suddenly skewed, making our ROI projections look laughable. The client's CEO raised an eyebrow, and Vanessa's face was stone cold. I stammered through an explanation, but the damage was done. Claire, ever the saint, jumped in to clarify the numbers, saving the pitch, but making me look incompetent. Back at my desk, I was shaking with rage. Sarah pulled me aside. "I saw Claire on your computer yesterday when you were in the restroom," she whispered. "She said she was just borrowing your charger, but that was it. Claire had tampered with the deck. I had no proof, but I wasn't going to let her win. That night, I did something I'm not proud of. I knew Claire was leading a solo pitch the next day for another client. While she was in a meeting, I accessed her shared drive, using a password I'd seen her type once during a team project. I didn't delete anything, but I tweaked a few of her visuals, making them just sloppy enough to raise questions. It was petty, but after everything she'd done, I felt justified. Claire's pitch didn't go as planned. Her visuals were off, and the client noticed. Vanessa wasn't impressed, and for the first time, Claire looked rattled. I should have felt triumphant, but guilt gnawed at me. This wasn't who I was. I'd let her drag me down to her level. On the final day of the evaluation period, Vanessa called Claire and me into her office. The air was thick with tension as we sat across from her. "You're both exceptional," she began, her voice calm but firm. "But this process has revealed more than just your skills. It's shown your character." My stomach dropped. Did she know about the sabotage? Had someone seen me on Claire's drive? Vanessa leaned forward. "Emily, your Zenith pitch was strong despite the hiccups. Your initiative idea was visionary. Claire, your creativity is unmatched and you've shown resilience under pressure. But I've also heard rumours. Missing files, tampered presentations. I don't tolerate games." She paused, her eyes flicking between us. "I'm giving you both a choice. Work together on the Nova Solutions campaign as co-leads. Prove you can rise above this, and I'll reconsider the promotion for both of you. Fail, and neither of you gets it." I glanced at Claire, who looked as stunned as I felt. Co-leads? After everything? But Vanessa's tone left no room for argument. We nodded, and she dismissed us. Outside, Claire and I stood in the hallway, the silence deafening. Finally, she spoke. I didn't take your USB, Emily. But I did mess with the Nova deck. I'm sorry. Her voice was quiet, almost vulnerable. I swallowed hard. I tweaked your visuals yesterday. I shouldn't have. We stared at each other, the weight of our actions sinking in. We're better than this, I said finally. Let's do the Nova campaign right. No tricks. She nodded, and for the first time, I saw a flicker of respect in her eyes. The next week, we threw ourselves into the Nova project. It wasn't easy. Trust was fragile, and old habits died hard. But we pushed through, blending my data-driven approach with Claire's creative flair. The campaign was a hit, and the client signed on. Vanessa called us back to her office, a rare smile on her face. You've both shown what you're capable of, she said. We're creating 2 director roles, one for strategy, one for creative. Emily, strategy is yours. Claire, creative. I couldn't believe it. We'd both won and lost something along the way. As I left Vanessa's office, Claire caught my arm. Good game, Harper, she said with a smirk. I laughed despite myself. You too, Montgomery?